Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Monday, November 30th, and these are the charts of the day. Starting off with China Automotive, which we've been featuring for several days. Had the big one today, jumping 14%, up 241 on 2.5 million shares, and with a high of 2063 at one point. But the clean breakout of the two-week flag pattern as it held its moving averages and popped across the top of the channel to close right on it. It's going to be interesting to see if we get a follow-through, but this certainly has momentum and could be in the mid-20s before long. Eurotech Holdings, CLWT, is a new one we've been following recently, which announced the possibility of an IPO of their Chinese water subsidiary today. The stock popped 61 cents or 22.5% on more than 3 million shares. As you can see, this consolidation pattern on Thursday it popped out, Friday inside day, low volume. Today it popped out, looking for an extension to move that takes it up towards the 4.25 area potentially, and then we'll see what we get beyond that. But that's the top of the long-term channel. Could find some resistance up there. CSGS, also a new one. SG Systems had a significant breakout today through a one-year resistance zone right across here. The stock jumped $3.03 or 18.5%. 1.1 million, which is from, take a quick look, you'll see it's the biggest volume for since January, and maybe the highest volume since last October. I haven't actually checked the numbers, but you can see a new uptrend is underway right there, which calls for a potential move towards the top of this channel. We're not far from that. The next avenue of resistance up around the 20 area. We're at 1938, so could find some resistance here, but beyond that, the stock has room to run up into the mid-20s potentially. China Yunchai, a stock I've been following for years, and but most recently saw the breakout here. Price volume surge, flag formed, or a little coil, low volume ebb on Friday, and today it broke out and jumped to $1.82 or 12% on 1.25 million. That's the heaviest volume in months. There, this thing could go to the top of the channel up around the 23 range on a shorter-term basis, and that's what my projections would be. Feed, very interesting action going on here. You can see this declining tops line here was broken. Secondary declining tops line here was also broken. A third line was the high today. There's a double top at 570 and 569 over the last 4 days, but it's on watch because a move across 570 could explode this up into the 6 3/4 range, and then as high as 7 3/4. Those are my two short-term targets on feed. Should it follow through? GSI Technology is another new one that has significant breakout today. If you draw lines across these highs, you'll see that there was a key resistance level right in here that was taken out today with a big thrust, a 36.5% gain, $1.24, 2 3/4 million shares, by far the biggest volume of this year, and maybe in its history, going all the way back to what looks like the IPO back in 07. So perhaps the price volume surge breaks this one out, and we'll be watching this one for further price progress. KMG Chemicals, KMGB, is in a nice, really strong rising channel since the November of last year's low, when it was trading about 2.25, and here it is at near 18. A particularly strong move in the last 2 weeks, taking it from 12.5 to about almost 18. Big volume, great technicals, and if we get above where we are right here, we could see this thing accelerate up to the mid-20s. Candy Technologies, portfolio position, broke out of the 7 or 8 day flag and has been edging higher ever since. It looks to me like this is about to maybe get a price volume surge that spikes it up towards that $7 range, my next target. NVMI, Nova Measurement Instruments, as you can see, was barely trading early this year, started to get some price and volume surges in June and then July, and then has extended, taking the stock from under 40 cents to as high as $4. Or today's price volume surge of 8.5% run on 314,000 shares was a pickup in volume and broke it out of this 3-day flag that it's in. My next target at the top of the channel is up around the 4 3/4 range, and then maybe, or perhaps even as high as 5.10 zone. Seed, big play today, and phenomenal thrust, the kind of Revlon and NLST type thrust we saw a few weeks ago. Price volume surge, 3-day flag, breakout today on heavy volume, surge 252, closed right near the high for the day, going away a penny off the high on 31.6 million shares. Tremendous volume. And I'm looking for more price progress here that takes us up towards 15 short-term, 18 secondary target on seed, and it's definitely strong momentum underway there. SOMX, SOMX and pharmaceuticals, broke out of a 4-month base today on heavy volume, got right up to its July high and backed off into the close, but a point from where its high was. Still up 78 cents or 26% on the day on the heaviest volume that has traded since July. So if we do get a follow through and SOMX takes this out, we may see the stock move up towards that 8-9 level. TRIT, new issue, Chinese company, broke out above key resistance in the $20 range, closing at 20.36 on Friday, and today jumped another 205 on strong volume, and looks to me like it has momentum to get into the mid to high 20s. Lastly, TSTC, I'm mentioning this because this beautiful pennant formation that may have matured enough with a very narrow price range today that the stock may be near a spring that, or price volume surge that takes it out above this consolidation pattern and reaches near the 17.5, 18 range, top of the channel. That's my next target. And that's it for today. The market had a very good day today. We are still completely amazed by the momentum that the market's displaying, but you got to go with the trend, and so far the trend is continuing to remain above support.